I don't know. She's gonna pick up. She is the receptionist, though. She should. Hey, my name's Eric. I'm trying to get a hold of Denise. No, no. I just came across one of her listings. Want to get a little more info on it. See if I can make an offer. Yeah. What's a good cell phone for her? Oh wait, hold on one second. Sorry. All right, I got that first one. I got five. Sorry, one more time. And the last one was the 1426. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. Bye. Do it, man. I'm always talking about collapse the timeline. No, I don't want to call back. Just give me your cell phone. You guys over on YouTube, you guys can hear me okay now? You guys hear me good? Is it the actual good mic? Should be. Let me know for those of you guys over on YouTube. Let me know if you guys hear me good. Is it the good mic? And for those of you guys on TikTok, man, we live on YouTube. Hop over there. It's a lot better quality. All right, let's see if we can get this lady on the phone, I guess, right? Hopefully Denise ain't still sleeping. Here we go. Great mic. Yeah, much, much better. TikTok, you guys only hear this, which are like they're expensive, but not good quality, not the best quality. This guy is the YouTube. Slick. She's definitely still sleeping. Let's wake her up. Rise and shine, lady. Come on. Go. Text in. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to call you back. Sorry about that. Have a great day. Bye. Nice lady. All right, so it's gonna be this. Here we go. Is the mic too low for you guys over on YouTube? You guys want me to turn it up like that, or is it good like this? Different platforms, it hits different. I don't know why. Yeah, agent's so hard to get a hold of nowadays, especially in the morning. Like if they don't know your number, they ain't picking up the phone. That's how half of them work. I just made an agent yesterday, man. It's kind of I'm shopping for like new bed set stuff or whatever. So I was in a furniture. I was in the furniture store and the lady's like, "Oh, what do you do for work?" I'm like, "Oh, I do real estate. I'm in real estate." "Oh, me too, me too." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm a real estate agent." I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, where do you do business?" "Oh, well, I got a couple listings, but I work here full time." And I was just like, it makes sense why these people ain't picking up the phone. They're in a full time job, 9 to 5, with homes on the market. And it's like, when are you picking up the phone or calling these people back? It's crazy. I bet you all her listings, a couple hundred days on market. It's like, you can't sell real estate working a full time job. Not really possible. Um, all right. Yeah, she kept answering. All right, let's try Denise one more time. Here we go. Here we go. Do you see you in the YouTube chat? You messaged me. I don't know where you messaged me. If you want to cancel, all you got to do go to the original email. You can cancel there. If you do message me though, message me in the school community. It's the free community. Message me in school. I'll take a look at those messages every now and again. All right, they ain't picking up. Let's just move on, guys. This is ridiculous. All right, let's go 65,000 to trailer. Let's pass on that. We're on the hunt for some trash this morning. 179,000, good shape. Maybe this guy 154. Yeah, right up our alley. This thing's a dump. It's like gutted. No one's living here. It looks like it's been vacant for a minute. Dale, Mr. Dale is the listing agent. I've been trying to get this guy on the phone for like a year with his other stuff. I don't even know if he's alive. We'll try him. I did. It's Brian. Brian, you messaged me on school. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. You could always text me too because you. Let me look on school. Hey Lou, is this Dale? My name's Eric. I just came across the listing, Dutch Road. Actually, you know what? I just realized it's foreclosed already. It's already bank owned. All right, I didn't catch that. My bad. Yeah, just stay away from stuff that's bank owned. Do you have any? I guess while I got you, do you have any other fix and flip opportunity? Not bank owned. Got you. Okay. All right. Appreciate you taking the call, man. Thank you. All right, bye. My bad. All right, Brian. Let me see. Let me see what's up. Oh, Brian, you just messaged me 23 hours ago. You freaked me out a little bit if I missed you like for days. I got you. I got you, Brian. I'll keep that up. Um, I got you. All right. I can't hear the person you're talking to for whatever reason. You know what? That's because of this mic. When they pick up, I'll turn up the gain. I got you. And actually, you know what? I might be able to do this too. Hold on. You guys on YouTube, hold up. Nah, that ain't gonna work. All right. We'll rig it today. I'll make adjustments for the next time. All right, let's keep pushing here. Why do so many people answer the phone like it's a bother? I know, it's crazy. Who's calling me? It's like, I guess debt collectors are after Dale. He's like skeptic. Nesquahone 169. That ain't gonna be a deal. It's looking a little rough in the Poconos today. Not a whole lot going on market. Maybe this guy roof looks like crap. Inside's really dated. Probably not going to be a deal. You know what? I'm going to try this one. Maybe they'd hold paper on this. I'm familiar with the community. It's a lot of vacation homes. So if they don't need money to move, they don't need cash for any reason. They just want to let it go because they're old. They might be willing to hold paper. Let's give it a shot. See what the story is. Hey, man, I messaged you on school. Corey messaged me on school too. Weekends are tough, guys. Tough for me. So if you hit me over the weekend, Corey, I see your DM. I just don't want to open it yet because I don't want to lose Brian's message. But I got you. I got you. I got you. All right, let's. What are we doing? Let's try this guy, I guess, again. Right here we go. He's probably still tucked in. Hey, Michael. My name is Eric. I came across that listing, the one on a ski trail in Pocono Lake. Oh man. All right. What price did they get for that? I'm only asking to see if I can maybe beat them. All righty. I'm guessing it had to be below 2, right? All right. Did they sign yet or no? Like everybody signed, buyer and seller? All right. All righty. Did it go? I'm just curious. Did it go to an investor or a retail person? Nice, nice. Okay. I'm looking for a fix and flip. Do you have anything in the Poconos? Alrighty. Could I give you an offer on it? All right. What's the address? I mean, I can give you an offer like within 2 minutes. Yeah, you're good. No worries. What's the city on that one? Okay. That's not in Emerald Lakes, right? Okay, okay, perfect. And you said 564 or 565? Okay. Yep, I see it here. Um, it looks like it's in pretty good shape, decent shape at least. I think it. Yeah. Just being honest, I mean, if I had to give a cash offer on this, it's gonna be a lot lower than probably what it's worth, just from like an investment standpoint. There's not really a whole lot I'd do to the house. I'm thinking I'd probably be, I don't know, probably between 120 to all the way to 150. Obviously I'd have to see it to hone in on that, but probably that low of a price point. If he was willing to hold paper, if any of your sellers are willing to hold paper, I'd give them full ass, sometimes a little bit over. What do you think it would go for all fixed up, like minted out? Maybe like low twos, 220, 240? Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, probably let me just look at this. Kitchen. Looks like have you been inside too or no? Low ceilings, right? In the kitchen feels low. I would maybe even rip that out to be honest. Um, okay. I'm thinking probably for the to hone in a little bit more, I'm probably closer to the 135, 140. Um, I'd probably be capped maybe 140, 145 to be honest, which we're close, so maybe he'd take it. All right. Yeah, yeah. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, we've been flipping in the Poconos the past decade. So even if he comes around in a couple months, just give me a buzz. We'd come out, we'd walk it, and if it all checks out, yeah, we'd be good for it. It'd be cash. Cool. All right, man. Appreciate you, Mike. Thank you so much. And yeah, let me know if anything else pops up too. I'd like to do some business. All right. Thank you. Enjoy the day. Right, right. We definitely woke him up. All good though. Cool dude. For I mean, we call him a few times. He didn't freak out, so that's a good sign. That's a real opportunity. Now, this is also a learning lesson for you guys too, right? Look, I could have just ended the you guys. If you guys haven't seen my most recent YouTube video on efficiency, this is another piece to exactly that, right? You want to make a lot of money in the wholesale game. You want to earn a lot. It's all about how much can you, in how many different ways can you collapse the timeline to getting a yes or a no to getting extra leads. So what I teach you guys is, man, anytime you're on the phone with a seller, with an agent, always ask what else do they got. Spoke to him about this house. They're already in contract. Oh, most people, what do they do? Oh, okay. Oh, call the next one. And look, if you're really doing this game, ask them, what else you got? I'm looking for a fix and flip opportunity. Well, I got this one and it's off market. He's been chasing it for months. So I'm tapping into his manpower. It took him months to produce the opportunity. It's off market. Nobody else got dibs, and that might be a deal. He said the guy wants 150,000. I'm coming in. Maybe I can give him a $140. That's not much. And most people, they'll list knowing they're going to get negotiated on. So that's a real opportunity to piece together a deal. Wouldn't be anything crazy. Maybe 5-10 G's on that guy, but still 5-10 grand. Off of one phone call, off of one extra question. Now think about how much money you guys leave on the table by not doing that. If you said that, say you're doing this full time, say you're closing, a couple deals each month, you're closing 2 to 4 deals a month, whatever. You're doing this full time. If you just create that discipline, that habit to ask every single time, what else do you got? Do you know anybody else? If I'm speaking to a seller, do you have any other real estate you want to sell? Who do you know that wants to sell some real estate? All right, well, nobody. All right, well, keep me in mind with our referral program. I'll throw you $500 on anything, any lead you bring to me. Right. So if you do that additional piece on every single person, no joke. I mean, that alone, you're probably going to add at least, if you're doing this full time, at least 40,000 to your top line, at least, and that could be over 100,000 if you're good at the game. You got to create that habit, guys. Create that habit. All right, so that's a real opportunity. Let me save that guy. That's beautiful. Beautiful. I'm gonna give it to somebody on our team to start following up on that. All right, let's keep going, right? Let's keep going. What time is it? 11:50. I got a good 40 minutes until my next meeting. Let's see what else we could do. Is it possible to target homeowners who are in jail? I don't know how you'd pull that off, to be honest. I don't know where you would get the data. That's really where the question stems in my head. Like, where are you going to find a list of they own the home, but they're in jail? That could be a little tough. That could be tough. Have I done deals with people in jail? Yeah. I bailed sellers out of jail. I bailed my tenant out of jail so he could pay me. So yeah, I've dealt with some stories like that. All right, let's keep pushing here. 200,000 on this guy. Yeah, you got Rodney's laughing. You got to do what you got to do, man. Man, I've done some crazy stuff to make a deal happen. The one time, I'll tell you this story. You guys will laugh at this one. So one time, one of my tenants, I was 19, 20 years old. I'm a new landlord. Like, dude, I'm just a kid. I'm 18, 19 years old. And now I look at that as a kid. But man, so I had this rental property. It's 2 units in Allentown. And we get a call from and we didn't even know these tenants. I bought the property with the tenants in there. Like, there's the one family on the bottom. They were Section 8. So like, and it was just like, whatever, we never heard from these people. They lived in very low lifestyle, if that makes sense. So they weren't calling me for like repairs or any of that. And so long story short, one day I'm down here in Florida, properties in Pennsylvania, and we get a call, random Pennsylvania number, pick it up with my business partner, Brandon. And I don't know who exactly it is in the court system, legal system, but essentially they called us saying, hey, we're letting your tenant out on bond or whatever the heck it was. I think bond or something. But we need to make sure that you're okay with him living in the property. And we're like, well, what did he do? And it was like assault with a deadly weapon and armed robbery, as bad as that sounds. But we're just like, yeah, he pays us on time. He's a nice kid. He was young too, and we're like, no, man, he's been great to us. And the bond person or whatever, they were like trying to sell us into like keeping him in jail, but he was always a quiet kid, never caused any problems. He paid the $100 portion for his mama on the Section 8, and so we let him out. But that was a pretty interesting story. And then when the upstairs tenants found out about that, they weren't too happy. Yeah, some stuff like that, weird stuff. I've dealt with a lot of crazy stories. Many come from this game. What do I do as a wholesaler if the seller is asking for my commission rate and closing costs? As a wholesaler, seller is asking my commission rate. So Ben, it sounds like your seller thinks that you're a licensed agent. So tell them you're not charging any commission. I'm not an agent. It's very, very important. You guys don't ever say you're selling real estate if you're unlicensed, or make it abundantly clear, because if you're not licensed and you're claiming to sell real estate or something like that, that's a big no. They'll lock you up for that one. All right, let's keep pushing here. Let's keep pushing. Man, one of these days we should come on here. We'll just do story time. I have the craziest stories from the real estate. I mean, people pulling guns on me. I got stabbed. I mean, some crazy stuff. That's why, that's kind of why I like doing stuff virtual. You meet a lot of whack jobs when you're doing stuff in person. Dude, we've had one of our students, Dom. I forget exactly. I think his name was Ricky. This is maybe like 2 years ago. I sent Ricky to a house out west somewhere, and he pulled up to the house, and abandoned house. The house is supposed to be vacant, and he said he walked in. A guy sitting in the chair holding a shotgun, pointed right at him. He took off running, but that's not even like obviously that's not a funny story, but like, dude, there's crazy stuff like that. I'll give you a few, because most of these people ain't even freaking picking up. And one time I pulled up to a house out here in Tampa. I'm suited up. I got the Tesla. You guys ever see my Tesla, our company Tesla, with the money? Like, bro, it's super flash, like dollars flying off of it. Like, it was just like, it was really, really flashy. Like, yo, who the heck are these guys? And we're in the hood in Tampa. I don't know Tampa like that. I'm coming from the beach, and I'm suited up. My partner's suited up, and the car's got money all over it. Brand new Tesla. We pull up to the house, and this is a wild story. I pull up to the house in the hood, and there's a truck sitting there. The window's down, and the guy is like this, like just like cracked out. And I'm like, yo, is this like who we're supposed to meet? And the story with the house is the owner lived out of state. They inherited the home, and they had no idea what was actually, they're like, yeah, maybe my niece is living there. I have no idea. I know nothing about it. So I was like, all right, whatever. We'll go see what's up. So we pull up to the house. There's a crackhead. I think it was like fentanyl. But the guy's like, he's out of it in the truck. And I'm like, maybe the guy lives here. I don't know. I didn't really know what was going on quite yet. And so I walked up to the truck. It's running. The guy's passed out in the front seat. His window's down. And I walk up to the window. I'm like, yo, hey, what's up, man? And he goes like this. He just turns, but says nothing. And I'm right in front of his face. And I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Like, I'm Eric. I'm here to see the house. And he just blank stare, like just cooked. The guy's freaking cooked. And I'm like, yo, I think he's cracked out. And then whatever, the guy passes out or something like that, crackhead stuff. So I'm like, yo, all right, like, I think we're at a drug house, Brandon. Let's go to the front door. Let's see if somebody else is here. And so I knock on the front door. Guy comes out hot. And like, now I know, like, yo, I'm at a crack house, whatever you would call that, a drug house, right? I'm at the trap. I'm in the trap house. And so I knock on the door. Guy comes out, mad ghetto, gun in his hoodie like this. He goes, yo, he starts pressing me. Yo, what's up, man? What do you want? What do you want? He probably thought I'm a freaking cop in my suit, sunglasses. I look like a freaking FBI agent. And he starts pressing me, like walking at me, and I'm backing up the driveway like, yo, I think I'm at the wrong house. Sorry. My buddy Brandon, if you're on this live, I apologize. But man, you were so stupid in that moment. Brandon, you were lacking if you're here. Brandon, he's a little bit younger than me. No street smarts, a lack in street smarts. Let me put it that way. And so Brandon's like, yeah, we want to come in. Brandon starts pressing him that we're here to come inside the house. Brandon didn't realize the guy had a gun in his hoodie. And Brandon's like, yo, like we're here. Like he can get hot, kind of like me. Like he'll come at you sideways if he doesn't like you or what you're telling him. And the guy's like, no, like you ain't coming to my house, blah blah blah. And Brandon's like, no, like I am coming in your house because we're buying it. You don't own this house. I'm coming in. And the guy, it gets hotter and hotter. And I'm like, Brandon, let's get, like, I start like panicking a little bit because I'm aware the guy has the gun. Brandon doesn't. I'm like, Brandon, like I'm leaving, dude. Like we'll come back. I'm not doing this. And so I kind of intervened, pulled him into the car. And we whip it down the road, hit the end of the block, which is a dead end. We got to go back. He's standing at the front of the driveway, just like this, holding his pew pew. And man, that was it was sketch, man, super super sketchy. And then I called my buyer that wanted the deal. I'm like, yo, Jeff, like I can't get the photos for you. Like, I think it's like a drug house. And Jeff, he's a big dude, been in Tampa a minute. Jeff's like, yo, don't worry about it. I deal with stuff like this all the time. I'll bring my buddy. We stay strapped at all times. We know how to talk to these people. So he went in that. I don't know. Kudos to him, man. I would not have stepped in that house, but he said he went in the home and, oh, here's the other crazy part. This is a few years ago, so I'm forgetting details. The other crazy part is a few minutes later, a couple girls, like as we're like having this little conflict, walking to our car, back to the car, two girls come out of the house throwing up, like drugged out, like just like, holy moly. It was wild. But then the long story short, I told Jeff the whole thing, like, yo, Jeff, I ain't going. You got to go to the house. Jeff went to the house and he brought his guns. He was fine, whatever. But they wouldn't let him in the back room. And he's like, bro, like, yeah, they just wouldn't let me in a couple of the rooms in the back of the house. They're definitely selling meth or whatever. And I think we got the deal done and Jeff tore the house down. He built something new. But man, dude, you come across some crazy, crazy stuff. I had a seller one time pull a knife on me because he thought I was with the feds. Just a lunatic, man. He was building something like to erase your memory. Like the guy he had these crazy drawings all over all the walls. And man, he said the FBI was after him. He thought my cash buyers were the cops, which I think there may have been something that it's just like, man, you come across some crazy, I got stories for days and days and days. And that the Tampa story, that's not even the craziest. I've seen a lot crazier stuff. So do it virtually, guys. Do it virtually. That's my advice to you guys. All right, let's keep pushing here. What time is it? 11. We got a little bit of time. I'm in Tampa. Joel, that's what's up. I'm in St. Pete. So I'm not exactly in Tampa, but same thing basically. Tampa Bay. Have you ever owned a triple net lease? No. Actually, you know what? We're already out of the deal. Our hair salon. That might have been. They put the hair salon right before we bought it. She put $50,000 of her own money into renovating the salon. Not a triple net, no. Now that I think about it, because I still had to pay tax and insurance. They didn't cut me for that. So no triple net lease. All right, let's keep pushing here. In your experience, do buyers prefer sub-2 deals if they get them? It all depends. You know, this is what I think there's a lot of deception, especially on TikTok that I see. You know, I see people on here locking up creative deals, sub-2s with the intent of assigning them. What you got to be looking at with these deals is the cash on cash return, not the percentage. And that's the screw up. A lot of these people that I see here on TikTok, they're locking up these deals on lives just like this. But the down is so high, like, hey, yeah, we'll go 800,000 on the total purchase and we'll do 120,000 down. You're never, ever going to sell that deal. It's never going to happen. So, you know, really what you guys got to be thinking about if you want to assign sub-2 deals, you need to be looking at the cash on cash return. And a lot of these buyers, especially on the sub-2s, they do want equity. They're not going to want no equity in the deal, have 50,000 parked. So you got to look at the cash on cash return. Most of the time, if you're doing a hybrid sub-2 with, if you're doing sub-2 with seller finance, or it's just one or the other, right? Seller finance sub-2, the down payment and the cash flow is going to have a massive effect. So, you know, kind of my rule of thumb, if I'm looking to wrap a deal, I always prefer to wrap rather than assign to a cash buyer. You'll make 10 times more money. I I try and get it with less than 15 down. So 0 to 15,000. And the no money down deals, guys, they're all over the place. I think we have 3 deals right now pending to close for our company. No down payment, literally nothing, and some nice homes too. So I try. I've never done a deal personally with the down payment, not one. Eric, I texted you SMS. I set and ready. By the way, Rodney, awesome. Let me I gotta put a list together. Today's a crazy day for me. Rodney, Brian, and somebody else said school message. Oh, and then Chris. Yeah, normally I can hit you guys back on the weekends. It was just chaos. What equity range do you target on sub 2 deals? To be honest, I don't really care necessarily about initial equity. I don't. So, what I teach guys is there's 2 things that you care about in creative finance. Doesn't matter the structure, what it is. If it's 100% sub 2, 100% seller finance, it's a hybrid, I'm paying cash, whatever, it doesn't matter how you're making the purchase, the structure of the finance. What you always care about needs to be the cash on cash return. What's my cash flow and what's my equity build, right? How much equity am I building over X amount of time and in cash flow? Those are the 2 things I care about. That's it. Then when I come up with these offers that I'm presenting to these people, I underwrite the deal. There's many ways to underwrite a deal. In the free course, I show you exactly what I'm telling you guys. I underwrite these deals to be able to cash flow. So I never throw it into an AM with interest and be like, oh, no, I can't. It's not going to make sense. It's not going to cash flow. I reverse engineer the underwriting to guarantee a payday for me, guarantee that cash flow. So I'm about to sell my personal home after remodel, roughly 60 to 100K profit. Aaron, man, that's what's up. Aaron, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Aaron, guys, Aaron's the first one to ever join any program I ever offered. He was the first. He's the OG of the Discord, and we don't even got the Discord no more, which is crazy. But Aaron was the first guy to ever join the community, probably almost 3 years ago, right, Aaron? That's crazy. I'm glad you're doing good, bro. 60, 100K profit. I'm glad you're doing good, my man. That's what's up. So if the property doesn't cash flow, we can't assign sub 2. Well, you can, but you got to be thinking about who you're going to assign it to. If there's no cash flow on the deal, why would an investor want it? Only I'd say like less than 3% of investors nationwide would be interested in that deal. I've only seen one actually go down, where one of the people in the group, community members, it was on Zoom a couple of years back. I helped him piece together the deal. Cool. And he found a buyer that was fine with no cash flow just because it was a nice home. He'll build equity in time. But the big thing was he wanted it to be able to depreciate it. So he's like, yo, I could pay Casey $10,000, get the home. I could depreciate it, wipe 80,000 off my taxes. Yeah, that sounds good. And so he was willing to do that deal because of the depreciation. But, I'll never pursue a deal with no cash flow. No. If you do want to make money, though, so say we're looking at something, creative finance deal, there is no cash flow, to your point. The only way you can make money is assign the deal, and you have to assign it to a retail buyer, right? So a homestead buyer, a family that's going to live in the property, you have to assign it to those people. So, hey, here's, give me $10,000. The house is yours. But then what you want to do, most people don't know this, if you assign something like that, you want to put in what's called a first right of refusal, meaning if I assign the deal to Sally, she's living in the home, and then for whatever reason, she misses a payment, well, servicing company, I'm going to get that notification. And if she's in default, the first right of refusal is my option. I have the option to exercise taking back the property. So I could take the deal back and sell it again. And so that's a disgusting way to be able to like double, triple, maybe even quadruple dip on these creative deals instead of wrapping it and getting stuck in the mess. Does that make sense? So I would assign it and slide a first right of refusal in there. All right, let's keep pushing. If you guys have more questions, throw them in the chat. I forgot we're even live on YouTube. What's up, YouTube? Sorry, guys. Let's keep pushing. If you guys ain't in the group too, the group's free. It's 7 free courses. It's good stuff too. 7 free courses on wholesale creative finance. Then we got 5 Zooms a week. We got a Zoom this afternoon. Today, I don't know if we'll be doing a deep dive into a topic, unless you guys have something you want me to go deep into. We'll definitely be doing some Q&A, some deal help. What lead list are you working right now? Here, let me speak on leads real quick for you guys. When it comes to lead list, everybody's got it so backwards. It is impossible to say a certain data set works in every single market. Absentee owner, I was making a lot of money off of, it was obviously stuff stacked on absentee, but absentee was the main foundation of the stack. And so absentee was my go-to. Man, I was doing as a one-man band. I literally have the stats. One of the months I closed, check in hand, I closed 7 wholesale deals in 1 month with just me alone and 2 VAs on a dialer. That was it. No team, no nothing. And I was mostly doing at minimum 3 closed every single month, check in hand. But a lot of the times I was hitting five deals a month as a one-man band. And I didn't have any skills. I wasn't good on the phone. I was still, I was a rookie still. And so, really the reason for that was the lead gen was so on point. So I can't tell you like, yeah, go pull this list, because like, again, data responds differently based on the market. So, and the other thing too is you stack multiple, I'm playing with the age, I'm playing with individual or corporate owned, I'm playing with the equity, I'm playing with the estimated value. This is all in one data set, if that makes sense. Age, equity, estimated value. Is it vacant? Is it absentee? Are they behind on taxes? What years were they behind on the taxes? What years was it absentee? What years did they buy it? What is the property style? What is the age of the property? How many bedrooms, right? Like, this all plays in. This is all filters that have to be put onto a data list, and they have to be right. If you don't know how to put the data filters in right, then you're shooting in the dark and you're probably going to make no money. So you gotta really know what you're doing with the data. And unfortunately, it's not the easiest thing to learn. Hop on Zoom though. I'll speak on it more. I'll give you more insight too. In the free course, I speak on data as well. So you guys can check that out. Our government list, higher quality than prop stream batch leads. If anything, it's more accurate because it's right to the source, right? But it's all relatively the same. Prop stream batch leads, all they're doing is tapping into public record and extracting it. But the big question is, when do they extract it? Is it every 30 days? Is it once a day? Is it every week? That's the big thing. I think batch is the most accurate data provider. Since I've been in data, I started a data company. I know a lot about it, how this really kind of works. Batch leads, they're definitely towards the top. I'd say prop stream is pretty even and everybody else is far behind. That's just the reality of it. I know all the guys, all these other data platforms, the social media guys selling data, I know where they're getting it from, and it's not good. And I only know that because I use the same warehouse. So stick with batch, stick with prop stream. That's my recommendation. I'm not an affiliate for them. They are the best though. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. More questions. I don't mind the questions, guys, to be honest. What's the best way to market a seller finance home? Well, what you got to be thinking about is who's the buyer, right, Cody? So who's the buyer on the seller finance deal? Is that going to be a rent-to-own person, a homestead buyer, family that's going to live in it? Or are you looking for an investor, right? If you're looking for an investor, then you're just going to be shopping the deal to your cash buyers list. You could throw it on Investor Lift. You could throw it on Facebook, although I'm not a huge fan of that. But you could push it out to your cash buyers list. If I got a homestead buyer, so like, hey, I want to sell it to a family, maybe I want to wrap it, right? Something like that. Then what I do is I slap it on Facebook. I list it in the for rent section, and on the preview photo, put rent to own, no credit needed. That's going to draw a lot of people to the deal, and you'll be able to pull it off. So that's what I would do. Have you tried Deal Sauce or Deal Machine? Billy, my dad, he used to play with Deal Machine a little bit. My dad, he's an investor too. We do separate things, but he's an old school guy. So he would do like the drive for dollars. And he would use Deal Machine for that. He got some deals. The thing is, I'll speak on this for you guys. You can make a lot of money with data, and people don't realize when you guys pull data, everybody's head goes to like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna pull a list of vacant homes and I'll just call them. No, like you guys don't realize data list, you could plug into dialers, yes. You could plug into SMS, yes. But do you guys realize when you guys pull a data list, you also get the emails? You know what you could do with email is you could do email marketing, obviously. So now I could, for dirt cheap, I could send 100,000 emails for maybe $90 a month. That's stupid. That's stupid volume of marketing. So email marketing too with data. But check this out. Most of you guys probably didn't know. You could take, I never even speak on this, but you could take all of the emails from your data list and plug that into Facebook marketing and target those people with Facebook ads. So that one set of data, I pulled 10,000 records of motivated potential homeowners or potential sellers, and I'm hitting them through cold call. I'm hitting through SMS. I'm hitting through email marketing, and you can hit through Facebook ads. Most people have no idea. You can take that data and hit it in 4 forms of marketing. It's incredible. So, data is going to be the best thing for you. The other thing too, people just don't realize this. Now, your point, to go back to what Billy's saying, have you tried Deal Sauce? I haven't heard. Let me just look that up before I speak on it. I'm guessing it's just like you pay for a lead. Let's see. Unlock your inner real estate genius. Let's see what they got. 160 million property records, so data. Active sold pending data. 50 filters data. All right, so we're looking at data. Find the most affordable or profitable strategies in seconds. What do we got? They got a calculator. It's all like useless. Is this all they got? Just data? Yeah, it's literally just data. Everybody and their mom's coming out with a data company. It's kind of stupid. What I realize, guys, is data is very, very hard to pull off. And so a lot of these new platforms, I'm not going to drop names, but that is one of them. A lot of these new platforms popping up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're offering all these filters, but if you don't know what you're doing with data, you're getting tricked all day long because you don't know if filters are broken the same way. And this is not to my horn. It's because I built the data company. I understand it now. Data is extremely difficult to stack filters and get that to function properly. And so a lot of these companies, I just met with a new company, literally like maybe 3 weeks ago. He's like, yeah, man, I built a data platform. I think we can maybe do something together. We got this cool tool too. Awesome. And I'm like, all right, let me test the data out. I start playing with the filters. I'm like, nope, that filter's broken. That filter's wrong. That one's broken. It's inaccurate results. But if you don't know data on the level I know it, you're going to be pulling lists that are all broken. Oh yeah, I got a foreclosure list because I selected foreclosure. But you know how to test it to see if those 500 results are truly foreclosures. Or are they truly foreclosures and really 65 and up with 30% of equity, or is